friends, and welcome back to Movies, Munchies, and Moscato. I am Rhonda.
And I am Rochelle.
We're just a couple of friends who love movies, television, and wine. So if that is something that interests you, please stick around and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And now it's time for movie news, reviews, and pulp culture discussion. So Big Shot, which is a series on Disney Plus with John Stamos, has been renewed for season 2. I have yet to check that out, but apparently it's doing well if it's getting a season 2, so...
I need to watch more of Disney. I've decided. Maybe quit looking at so many creepy things.
There you go. Yeah, give something... Because it has all the Marvel stuff on there, too.
After this weekend.
And it also has an interesting series, too, called Behind the Attraction, which is kind of like that show Behind the Movies. It just takes you behind the scenes of how different attractions at Disney World work.
Oh,
like Space Mountain and stuff.
Really?
I watched the Space Mountain and I watched the Star Tours one. That was very interesting.
What's it called?
Behind the Attraction.
Behind the Attraction. I have got to watch that because I would love that.
So, yeah, it was very interesting. Life Goes On, which was a series back in the early 90s during my high school years, is doing a revival with returning star Kelly Martin. So she'll star Chad Lowe, who was in the original, is just set to produce. The series will be about Kelly Martin as an adult now. She is a doctor, and she's returning to her hometown to reconnect with her family. So I actually remember enjoying this series. It was one of the first at the time who had a character on there who had Down syndrome. The actor was named Corky. And so, no word yet.
Did he really have Down syndrome?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay, cool.
No word yet if he'll be coming back to it or not. So I guess we'll see. So far, only Kelly Martin has been confirmed to come back. Like I said, and then Chad Lowe produced. So we'll see. But
What else has Kelly Martin been in? Because I'm not placing Kelly Martin.
She kind of after that happened, she was in a series of TV movies for the Hallmark Mystery Channel.
Oh,
Called Mystery Woman.
I would know her if I saw her, right?
Yes, you would know her if you saw her. Yeah.
All right, I might just need to pull that up so I know what she looks like.
Right, exactly.
But I don't even remember hearing about this.
Oh, I do remember too. Funny enough, she was in a TV movie with Hilary Swank back in the day when they had partially filmed up at the U, and they were asking for some extras. It was called "Dying to Belong," about sororities and the bad things that. At the time, so I remember that. So I thought about being an extra, but I started to sit there and wait. But after an hour and a half, I was like, I can't sit here. I got other things to do.
Oh, I know who she is.
I didn't realize how long of a process it would be. So I'm like, forget about it.
Yeah, she's I know who she is now.
Oh, okay.
And she played in. You were right, Mystery Woman, Haley Dean Mysteries.
Yeah, that's from Nancy Grace.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Based on, she has a series of books, which I never knew Nancy Grace wrote any books, but yeah, it's based on a series of books.
Christy and A Friend to Die For.
Mm-hmm.
Death of a Cheerleader.
Oh, I remember watching that one too.
Yeah.
How funny.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
And then lastly with news, unfortunately Mission Impossible 7 and Top Gun Maverick starring Tom Cruise have been delayed until 2022. So
what?
Top Gun will now not come out until May, and Mission Impossible 7 isn't until September of next year. So yeah, they said just due to COVID concerns and the fact they want people to see it in the theaters, they're just delaying it.
That's what I was thinking too. They don't want to hold anybody back.
No, so yeah. So unfortunately, I have to wait for that. I know so many people that are looking forward to Top Guns in particular, so that's a bummer. But hopefully May will hold firm.
Well, let's hope that these are worth it.
That's true.
I'm sure they will, right?
Then they suck, and you're like,
and it's build up. So let's hope.
Nothing, right? That's true. So, movies and TV shows out this week. First up, we have *Malignant*.
Yay! I've been waiting for this.
This will be in theaters only. It stars Annabelle Wallis and McKenna Grace, who I swear is, as I think I mentioned before, is everywhere lately because
she is.
She's in the upcoming Ghostbusters. She was in, oh my gosh, there was something else recently tee. Anyway, she's everywhere.
Yeah, well, she's still in *Handmaid's Tale*, right?
Yeah, that's true. But that's what I was saying. *Handmaid's Tale*, Ghostbusters upcoming, but then she was in something else more recently I just talked about, but I can't think of what it is right now. But, sorry. So, in this film, Madison is paralyzed by shocking visions of grisly murders, and her torment worsens as she discovers that these waking dreams are, in fact, terrifying realities.
Yeah, I did see this on, it's coming out on Netflix? No. Sorry. What'd you just say?
This is in theaters.
Oh. It is in theaters?
Uh-huh.
Okay, because I did see it like on Apple or maybe it was HBO Max. I don't know, but it was talking about it coming out. I don't remember what it was. So, is there a possibility it'll be in?
It's a possibility, but I haven't heard that though.
Okay.
Unlike it's directed by James Wan, who did all most of the Conjuring.
Uh-huh.
So, anyway, but I hadn't heard it was supposed to be on HBO Max as well. But maybe it's going to end up being on both.
Interesting. I actually tried to watch it, but all I could watch was the trailer, and I'm like, what's going on? And it was like, oh, it's not even out yet. So,
okay.
Anyway. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Next up, we have The Card Counter. This is in theaters and stars Oscar Isaac, Tiffany Haddish, and Ty Sheridan. Oscar is playing this reformed gambler and former serviceman, William Tell, and he sets out to reform a young man seeking revenge on a mutual enemy from their past. While William just wants to play cards, his Spartan existence on the casino trail is shattered when he is approached by Cirque, a vulnerable and angry young man seeking help to execute his plan for revenge on a military colonel. I have to say, watching the trailer on that, I didn't get that that story was nowhere near in my mind what this was supposed to be about. So that is actually quite interesting.
Yeah, so there's got to be another trailer coming out.
Right? Well, no, if it's out this week, there is no other trailer.
Yeah, exactly. What shoot. It is.
So I liked when I saw the trailer, but essentially that's the story.
Maybe that's a switch and bait. There you go. Right? Or bait and switch. That's what it is.
There you go. Switch and bait, sure. Next up is one I am still looking forward to seeing, which is called Kingpin.
Me too.
This is only in theaters, and for some reason they keep stressing that only Cinemark's going to have it. Whether that's true or not, we'll see. Which is fine. That's what we mostly have here in Utah, but we do have megaplexes and AMC, so I was just surprised they're stressing it's only in Cinemark's. But I digress. This stars Kristen Bell, Vince Vaughn, Kirby Howell Baptiste, and Paul Walter Hauser. I'll always remember him from, Kingdom and, what was the one? Richard Jewell.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, so a frustrated suburban housewife and her best friend hatch an illegal coupon club scheme that scams millions from corporations and delivers deals to legions of fellow coupon clippers. Hot on their trail is an unlikely duo, a hapless loss prevention officer and a determined U.S. postal inspector. And those two are played by Paul and Vince Vaughn.
And I cannot wait. This looks so funny. We need to go see it.
Yeah, that'll be one we can see and then review for you guys because, it looks very, very funny. Next up, we have a series called On the Verge on Netflix. This stars Julie Delpy, who I haven't seen, honestly, since the Before Sunrise and Sunset movies years ago. Elizabeth Shue, again, I haven't seen her since CSI Vegas stopped. Sarah Jones, and then also Alexia Landau. So it's about 4 women. One is a chef, one's a single mom, one's an heiress, and one's a job seeker. And they are suffering from midlife crises in pre-pandemic Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
Right?
On the verge. Does it mean on the verge of losing their minds?
Maybe I was on the verge of a breakdown, I guess.
Going on a shooting spree.
Gosh, let's hope not. Jeez. Next up, my favorite.
Yay.
Lucifer. The 6th and final seasons come out this Friday on Netflix. And stars Tom Ellis, D.B. Woodside, and Lauren German. So, again, if you've never watched it, I said I can't recommend it enough, and I've said that before.
I know, and I want to watch it because you have recommended it. Tell us what grabbed you about this. What is it about?
So it's just about Lucifer, fallen angel, son of God, who gets sent to, or he gets tossed out of hell, basically, and sent to Earth. And so he decides just to make the most of it. Originally it starts out him helping people who ask for help, giving them what they desire. Sometimes, as he likes to phrase it, because he can always
he sucks them
tell
in
the truth when he's asking them things. And then it kind of it's evolved over the seasons into cool relationships between him, fellow officers, his psychiatrist that he had, which is was the most original funny thing. He has a demon sidekick. It's I don't know. It's just funny, but it also has good like heartwarming moments and some sad moments. I mean, I've cried at a couple episodes.
Oh.
So it's just all around great. So I'm looking forward. I hope they end it well.
So it's not scary.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
No. It's I would call it a dramedy.
Okay.
Yeah, more so. Yeah, not scary at all.
Okay, so that's if you're in the mood for a feel-good type of show.
Yeah,
or...
I would. Yeah, get some laughs in, get a little action. So. Yeah.
All right.
Then we have Kate. This is a new series on Netflix and stars Mary Elizabeth Winstead and Woody Harrelson. And this is about an assassin who has 24 hours to right her wrongs and kill the person who poisoned her before it is too late.
Oh, wow. So
I'm on board with this. I like Woody Harrelson, of course. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Sorry, she's been in a lot of things. I can't place them all at the moment, but she's a good little actress. I do actually remember her in Scott Pilgrim Saves the World.
What was it?
Scott Pilgrim Saves the World. It was this movie back in like the early 2000s, not late 90s. Where it was just like I don't even know how to describe that movie. It was like its own concept. I can't even think of the right words to describe it. It was like an ordinary high schooler or college dude basically trying to save the world, and all these extra characters keep trying to stop it. But she was one of the helpful ones. I was trying to help him. Oh, and she was also in Birds of Prey. That's more recent. There we go.
And Gemini Man.
Oh yes, and Gemini Man. You're right. With Will Smith. That's true.
And Cloverfield Lane. I think I saw that one. Final Destination 3. So
I never saw that.
yeah.
I mean, I saw not the Cloverfield Lane one. So, but yeah, I think that sounds cool. And then finally, we have American Crime Story Impeachment. So this is the third in the American Crime Story series on FX. And this one stars Sarah Paulson, Beanie Fedelstein, and Clive Owen. And this examines the Clinton and Lewinsky scandal from the point of view of the women involved. That's the different hook.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Kind of thing. So, Monica Lewinsky was heavily involved. She gave her okay with everything.
Oh, did she really? Well, that's good.
So, yeah, she's a producer on the series. So, yeah.
Uh-oh.
And I think the Clintons were asked if it, but they never even got back to produce. So that's why, So it's just they're just using what they know at the time and from their end.
Oh boy.
So yeah, interesting. So I don't know. I may or may not check that out.
Yeah.
Again, I was in high school and that whole thing happened. I just thought it was weird.
Well, I
Anyway.
did see kind of a documentary about, from Monica Lewinsky's side of things.
Okay.
And so, because we always, saw the snippets, and she was blamed for most of it at the time. And, I have to say that I was a fan of the Clintons, and I blamed her.
So you were on the side. So you were also blaming her. I guess my question is why.
Yeah, I felt like she was this evil little intern who took the president down, or was trying to take the president down. Okay,
Oh.
I know. That is so wrong. That is so wrong.
Okay.
Because he was a man in power, right? And now here I am, how many years later? 20 some odd years later. And yes, it is. I have a completely different outlook on it. And I think the Clintons are evil. So there we go. But no, I think it's would be interesting because she's still working so hard to clear her name, because I wasn't the only one who felt that way. I think she was looked at as this little evil intern. And so, yeah.
That's interesting because, again, I was still in high school and I didn't pay it complete attention. From a point of view of a high schooler, just kind of hearing on the fringes about it. I know at the time I didn't have that point of view. I honestly thought it was just weird that she liked the man, because from my point of view as a high schooler, I'm like, why do you like this old man? I'm really thinking that.
Right.
And I do remember hearing people blaming, why are we blaming her? But after learning more about it, to me, I got the impression she was being blamed more for the impeachment even happening.
Yes.
If she hadn't have talked in the first place.
Right. That's exactly right.
And I was like, oh. Okay,
that's how I felt as well. If you would have just kept your mouth shut, because I was of the opinion that, the country was in a good position, so to speak, and at the time is what we were being told. And she was, then there was this big to do, and I just thought, I don't care who the man sleeps with, to be honest. I thought he was doing a great job, but man, the brunt of this whole thing that she took was just very sad, and I feel bad. I felt that way, but I'm not the only one. So anyway, so I think that it is time for her to come out and tell her side of the story.
That's true. So okay, but now hearing that, I might have to check it out.
Yeah.
There are a lot of stuff I don't know about because, like I said, I just
and I was young too.
I didn't
so
follow it enough at the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I was just exactly.
So what we have been watching this week. So for me, I went and saw Free Guy in the movie theater. That stars Ryan Reynolds and Jodie Comer from Killing Eve. But this was so entertaining, you guys. It was just very lighthearted and fun. Of course, Ryan Reynolds is his usual funny self. And it just really does take place, he's inside of a video game. And so he's just, when he learns that and just everything that goes on in the video game is just very well done. Like, I can see it. Like, that is how you picture it if you yourself were in, like, say, Super Mario Brothers. I can see these things, like, happening. It was just very well done. So you
think it was that the trailers didn't do it justice?
Yes, I do believe the trailers, because it took a while for me to want to see it. And so when it finally got to, I think that they probably had 3 trailers total in the end. I was like, okay, I'm more on. I showed a little bit more of where I was trying to go, and so I was, yes. Oh. I don't think it doesn't touch. So if you guys are basing it just, which obviously most of us have to, but just basing off the trailers alone, just know that it is a good movie and you'll be entertained. It is funny. Because I remember not laughing originally in the trailers at all, and I'm like, oh no, this is not the usual funny Ryan Reynolds movie. I was like, no. So yeah, the trailer definitely doesn't do it justice, but yes, I highly recommend seeing it. I would also give this 4 wine corks.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
The story was good. It wasn't stupid. And it had a great ending. It honestly made me want to actually watch Jodie in Killing Eve, because that was a series I never thought about watching. But I was like, I like her as an actress, so I may have to. I know she's supposed to be a villain in the series versus this cute, airy, lighthearted person she's in this movie, but it makes me more interested to see what else she's done. So then I also watched, or started watching since the series, Only Murders in the Building on Hulu. This is a series that stars Steve Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. And they all live in this Upper West Side apartment, or maybe it's Upper West Side, apartment building, and someone ends up dying. And so because they are into crime podcasts, decided to take it upon themselves to try and figure it out and create a podcast from the experience. So It's very cute. It's not like super funny. I'll just say that, and those two are involved, but it just has its moments. But I still like the overall feel. I like I like whodunits anyway. So that's very interesting, and it's cool to learn a little bit about them, because they're not giving away their full selves to each other. So as the viewer, learning a little bit more about the 3 as you go along so far. So they put out the first 3, and so today is another episode, because it comes out every Tuesday, because it's weekly, because it's on Hulu. So yes, I would recommend that as well. And then I watched the first half of Money Heist Volume 5 Part 1 on Netflix. As I said when I said this was coming out last week, I've watched the whole series. This is its final season. They decided to break it into 2 different parts. So I watched Part 1, which was 5 episodes. It is so good. They probably pulled it out, because I think I said season 4, they call it Part 4 in this case, or Volume 4, I should say. I was just saying, I wasn't feeling it. I feel like it was all over the place. I think they were trying to, like, as they say, jump with the shark. They were just like, there was too much going on. They needed to stick to a tighter story like they did in the first 3 volumes, and I feel they finally brought that back in this volume. So
this is a good one, then.
It was good. There were some sad things that happened. I actually almost cried, which I hadn't done in the series, honestly, until this. But it was just so well done, and it makes sense what happens to certain people so far. So I can't wait for the next and final Part 2, which thankfully is just in December and not next year. So hopefully it does finish on a good note. But yes, I highly recommend if you've never seen it. Again, it's a Spanish language show that has been dubbed into English, but it doesn't. Everything is dubbed really well. It's not going to miss a beat.
Oh, good.
You don't feel like watching weird mouth movements. It's pretty well done.
Oh, good.
Sorry, excuse me.
That's good to know.
And then finally, I watched the movie Cinderella on Amazon, starring Camila Cabello. So I'm saying her name right.
Yep.
I feel like I want to say it wrong. Billy Porter
Cabello.
And Dina Menzel. So this was like I said, interesting take on the story. You know, she's a modern woman in, you know, the 18th century, basically. It was just okay for me. It was way cheesy. The musical numbers, for the most part, saved it for me. They did incorporate them quite well into the story. So, I mean, it opens with them doing, like, Rhythm Nation.
What?
The people in the townspeople just basically, like, you know, they kind of incorporate the song as an anthem to, like, we're all these, like, people working hard and just trying to, like, you know, looking for a better way of life, as the song says. So, they had a cool mashup at the ball with, like, it was, it was What a Man from Salt and Pepper and Seven Nation Army from the White Stripes. I was like, it actually worked. I would think those songs shouldn't mash, but they do a good, like...
I love that song from White Stripes.
Yeah, they do a good mashup with that at the ball when these women are vying for the prince's, like, you know, hand in marriage. So, anyway, those little moments helped it, but unfortunately, it was way a little too cheesy for me. The ending, you know, yes, it was all about female empowerment, but I don't think it needed to end the way it did, but that's, you know, neither here nor there. So I'd only have to give it like 2.5 wine corks, just because of the musical numbers that I did enjoy.
How much was it to rent on Amazon?
Oh, no, it's free if you have Prime.
Oh, it's free. Oh, okay.
As long as you have Prime, then you're good.
Well, that sounds great.
Yeah.
You were busy.
I was a busy bee this long
Yes,
weekend.
I kind of was too, and I probably watched stuff, but I'm not going to mention it all. I did watch Reminiscence.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and you were exactly right on that. It was slow. It was, I don't know, the end was very, I don't know, just very non-eventful.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care for it as much as I hoped I would, and I totally agree with your view on it. So for me, maybe 2.5 wine corks, which isn't very much.
No.
And then I watched a great documentary on Netflix. It's the Betty White documentary, and you know, she's just an amazing woman. And if you don't know much about her, I almost feel like she's been popular her whole life, but it's like the older she got, the more popular she got. So she just, everybody loved her. And it was really cool because Ryan Reynolds, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Valerie Bertinelli all have worked with her. And so they were kind of the ones kind of telling her story a bit.
Oh, okay.
And they, you know, everyone just had such great things to say for her. And of course, for me, she's always been an animal advocate her whole life. And so she has a number of charities, and she said that's what she wants to be remembered for. Not even though she's had this amazing career in Hollywood, what she wants to be remembered for mostly is her work in animal welfare. And I swear, when we lose her, we've lost a great lady, and the animals have lost one of their best friends, because she's truly, truly an amazing woman on all fronts. So I highly recommend it. There's funny parts. She's just a character. She really is. And she doesn't even need to be sometimes. She just is. So, and then, of course, I was just saying I need to get away from all the crime shows that I watch, but I did watch 2 really good crime shows. One was... it was on ID, so you could totally get it on demand. But it was about the BTK killer and also the chameleon killer, both of which I knew nothing about. I knew of the BTK killer. I knew he was one of the big serial killers, but I didn't know why, and I didn't know much about him. So I mean, if you're into this type of stuff, I would definitely try to do that on, or call those up on demand. And again, it's the BTK killer and the chameleon killer. And they both, it took them, you know, in each case, took over 20 years to catch these guys. It was just, it was crazy. And the chameleon killer, I've heard nothing of. I had no idea. And it took 35 years to catch this guy. And what he did was just unbelievable. So anyway, if you're into those things, I highly recommend these 2. And they have multiple series. So like on ID they would have, they'd start out with like the cold case, and then they would go into, the killings, and then so on. And so it was like it was in like 4 parts. So anyway, that's uplifting and wonderful.
Now it's time for some movie trailer talk. So first up, we have Moonfall, which will be out February 4th and stars Halle Berry. This is, it's what they call a teaser trailer, so it's very short. There was no talking in it, besides some old, I want to say, First Man on the Moon. I remember speaking. So it looks weird. The visuals looked awesome, but the story, it looks like, I don't know, it just looked weird. You can't really tell exactly what was going on besides a moon mission going wrong.
Right.
Which we have seen before.
Yes, yes. Been there, done that one. Told that story.
I do like Halle Berry, so hopefully when we get a trailer, another trailer out closer to its release date, we'll get more in it. But just first visions of it, it looks cool, but weird.
Yeah. So the jury's still out on that one.
The jury's still out on that one. Then we have Belfast. This will be out November 12th and stars Judi Dench, Jamie Dornan, and Katrina Balfe from Outlander.
And she's Irish, by the way.
Oh, she's Irish.
Yes,
okay.
That's why her name is spelled the way it is.
Just like and Jamie Dornan's Irish as well. Judi Dench, we know, is not Irish.
No,
but hey,
she's English, isn't she?
But she can fake it till she makes it.
Right.
And this is directed by Kenneth Branagh, who I did not know was Irish until this moment. Just FYI.
But
this looks interesting. It's supposed to be a little bit based on his childhood, so it looks like it's this young boy is taken in by this couple played by Jamie and Katrina, and just how life is in Belfast, in this little area in Belfast. So it features Jamie Dornan singing. So hey, already I was like, huh?
Yes.
So it's in black and white.
It is in black and white.
Yeah, so that's different. I can tell it's supposed to be a little lighthearted more than so than serious.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like these two kids knew each other when they were young.
Which kids?
Or they actually, it was Judi Dench, didn't she play like a grandma? Or mother? I
was trying to figure out maybe if she's supposed to maybe she's Katrina in the future.
Oh, maybe.
Or not. Like, I was thinking maybe that's because it seemed like it was almost taking place in a different space.
I thought that maybe Jamie Dornan and Katrina, their two characters, knew each other when they were little. Because they keep flashing back to the children, maybe, and they grew up too.
Only reason I think no on that is because it shows the young boy being with Jamie.
Oh, that's true.
So,
and them trying to be the parents and hiding things. That's true. Yeah. So. Well, it's interesting, and actually, I think I would definitely be into watching that.
Yeah, from what I've seen, I would so far, and I've seen a lot because normally.
Yeah,
something like that when it first started, I was like, already this is a no. But then as I actually,
I mean, it looks like it could be a war flick.
Right,
it definitely was during probably World War II.
Right, exactly. And then lastly, we have Last Night in Soho. This will be out October 29th and stars Anna Taylor-Joy from, is it The Gambit? Am I saying that right?
The
Queen's Gambit.
The Queen's Gambit.
Queen's Gambit. And then also Matt Smith from Doctor Who. It looks very creepy. It felt like it starts out very nothing too big's happening. A young woman is going to go see an old movie, which was the Sean Connery Thunderball. But she walks in, looks in a mirror, and then sees not herself, but Anna Taylor-Joy's character doing her same mimics at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting. And she keeps seeing visions of the Anna Taylor-Joy character. And then kind of near the end of the trailer, it's almost like ghosts or something is.
She said, "Do you believe in ghosts?"
Yeah, something is trying to come through, I'm guessing, to our side.
Well, the fact that it comes out on October 29th would probably be a good giveaway that this is going to be a Halloween flick.
Right, that's true. That's true. It doesn't start out looking that way and then kind of tricks you back in. You're like, oh, this is creepier than you're thinking. So I'm actually intrigued.
Yeah, I am too.
It has that vibe to me of, what was that movie that had, it was Cynthia Erivo, and it had Chris, was it, wait, no. Yeah, no, it had, it had Thor, Chris,
Hemsworth.
There we go. Chris Hemsworth as like this cult leader. But they were all converging on this hotel.
Oh.
And it had Dakota Johnson and John Hamm.
Oh my.
Anyway, it had the same vibe as that. It was basically everyone was converging on this hotel because they were stuck, and then weird things were happening behind the scenes. People were getting taken and or murdered. Anyway, it gave me that same type of vibe.
Oh.
Watching the trailer, and I remember enjoying that movie. I don't know why I can't think of the name of it right now. I feel like it had a similar name to like Night in like something, but anyway.
Oh. Yeah, that hotel. I never did see that, but I wanted to.
Yeah, it was anyway. It just so anyway. I'm intrigued enough. I would definitely see it.
Oh gosh, that's
Especially,
gonna drive me crazy.
I hope that'll be something in theaters and like HBO Max or something else because I'm interested. But I don't think I want to see it in the theater because you know me in scary movies. I like to be in the comfort of my own blanket.
Yeah, maybe.
If I can, you know what I mean?
You know, maybe that's the dealio.
What
is that? On scary movies like that, but sometimes it is better to be in the theater because then there's other people around you.
But then they can accidentally make me scared when I didn't mean to, too. that has happened. So, you know.
They can make you scared when they don't mean to.
Right, it's not like they're looking to make the other guest scared, but it's like they jump and then it's like I wasn't going to jump because they jumped and I jumped.
That's me sitting next to you. It's me that's making you jump. Just saying, a few of them.
Yeah, that's true. That was true. Oh, man, memories.
All right. Well, those are some great things to look forward to, some great movies to look forward to. So we're super happy that you guys tuned in. Thanks so much for listening. We had fun as usual. We hope you enjoyed it as well. Please give us a review or a comment as it really helps us out a lot. And please follow us on Instagram at movies_munchies_moscato. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you, guys.